holding a VHS copy of the 1984 classic, The Karate Kid. In the time it takes to rewind this tape, I'm gonna break it down and answer all your biggest questions. Who watches this film and thinks Johnny is the bad guy? Whap him! Whap him! So the movie ends, Daniel wins, we all realize Johnny's not the bad guy. Looks like it's time to say bonsai to the Karate Kid. And sure, there's no swords in any of the Karate Kid movies, but who gives a I'm holding a VHS copy of the 1986 sequel, Karate Kid 2, starring Bill Gambini and Maz from Beer League. Or is it Maze? I don't know, I've never seen it.
Oh no, not me.
It's Ralph Macchio.
I was absent the day they taught graceful.
You were what?
Yeah, it's just a bad joke.
Arnold from Happy Days, and Mr. Miyagi from the next Karate Kid, Pat Morita. Saito's attendant in Inception, and Fenton from Real Genius, Yuji Akamoto.
You insulted my honor again, and I kill you.
And my personal hero, 80s movie icon, legend, and teen heartthrob, William Zabka.
That sucks. I did my best.
What did you say?
I said I did my best.
In the time it takes to rewind this tape, I'm gonna break it down and answer all of your karate questions. Like, can you break a log in half like that?
Don't know. Never been attacked by a tree.
It's been 45 years. Don't you think he's gotten over it by now?
In Okinawa, honor have no time limit.
And hey, are we fighting for points or what?
It's not tournament. It's for real.
I answer all of these and more on the premiere episode of Season 2 of VHS Breakdown. I'm Miguel Jose. I own a ton of movies, but they're all on VHS. No one wants to buy them. I can't even give them away. So I'm gonna watch these films and break them down one last time.
I can't, Mr. Miyagi, not today, all right? I'm just not in the mood.
Why?
Because my whole life is going out of focus, that's why.
When you feel life out of focus, always return to basic of life.
What, praying?
So I just watched the tape, and the movie starts off exactly how we want it to, with a bunch of hot, naked teen boys in the shower. Next thing we know, Kreese is on the warpath, beating up kids and almost killing them, dropping racist slurs left and right.
Beat it slow, or you're next.
He probably deserved more than a nose pinch. But we jump 6 months later, and Daniel gets dumped right after the senior prom by Elizabeth Shue.
She tells me that she's just fallen in love with some football player from UCLA.
At least she made sure to wreck his car before she dropped a "later, dick."
First I let Allie borrow the car and she redesigns my fender.
Way to go, bitch.
And I don't know what you do with the engine, but that ain't running right either.
So Daniel's feeling really sad, and Miyagi cheers him up doing what he does best, making that kid fix his house. So after meeting the most overly friendly male guy ever,
Registered letter for you, sir. From Okinawa.
we find out that Mr. Miyagi's father is dying.
Your father?
I thought Miyagi was about 90 years old. How is his dad still alive?
I didn't even know he was still alive.
This is where we find out that Miyagi hasn't been back to Okinawa since he stole his best friend's fiancée,
She married someone else.
which is a real classy move.
Just forget about the honor garbage.
Right.
Daniel decides to skip college,
I got the money out of my savings account. It's all taken care of.
and instead use that money to go to Okinawa with his building's janitor.
So I'll get a job when we get back, and I'll go 6 months later. It really doesn't make a difference when I go.
Makes sense to me. As soon as they step off the plane, Sato's nephew's ready to pick them up. You gotta realize, Miyagi's been gone 45 years, and Sato's already down to kick his ass.
So, coward. You return.
That guy can hold a grudge. Sato's big into peer pressure, but even he's nice enough to let Miyagi see his dad before he dies.
You see your father. Then you see me.
So no fight yet. Miyagi sees his true love for the first time in forever. And he also sees his dad, who tells him the most beautiful words any father could tell his son.
If I am dreaming, let me never awake. If I am awake, let me never sleep.
But even more importantly, Daniel meets Kuniko, And you can tell right off the bat that he's down to try her wonton soup. I mean, he really wants to put his egg roll in her sweet and sour sauce. But once Miyagi's done spending time with his father, Sato's ready to fight, and it is on! But wait, here comes Mrs. Buzzkill to let them know that the father wants to talk to them both. So no fight yet. So his dad dies. Sato gives him 3 days to mourn his loss.
3 days to mourn.
Which means we're not going to get to see the fight for at least 3 days. Son of a bitch. Then Daniel learns the drum technique.
Drum technique, understand?
And even after seeing this movie 300 times, I still don't get what that is. LaRusso's also still macking that girl.
That's terrific.
I'm guessing because he really wants a taste of that egg foo young. So stupid. Miyagi's taught Daniel a lot of things, but forget the drum technique and even the crane kick. He teaches him the most important move ever when he does the old drop the rag and punch in the ballines trick. A move that works beautifully for Daniel later on. But Sato's done waiting, so he just shows up at Miyagi's house ready to fight.
Miyagi!
No more distractions, no more delays, let's do this! Except wait, Miyagi's not even home? God damn it! So instead, Daniel starts getting whooped up by Chosen, until Miyagi finally shows up to save the day. And if you notice, when Chosen hits Miyagi in the back with that spear, that's the only time in the entire franchise that anyone gets off an offensive move on Miyagi. Way to go, Chosen. Sato finally realizes he can't peer pressure Miyagi into fighting him. So instead he threatens to destroy and bankrupt the entire village unless Miyagi's down to fight. And I'm guessing Miyagi doesn't feel good about his chances. Mostly because he hands Daniel his will right before they're about to fight.
What's this?
Last will and testament.
So Miyagi finally says yes, which means the ultimate battle is on. Sato vs. Miyagi. Best friends forced to fight over the love of a woman. This is f***ing crazy! But wait, now there's a storm? You gotta be f***ing kidding me! And this storm comes at the worst possible time for Daniel, because it looks like he's finally about to steam those dumplings. Now Sato ends up getting stuck under a big piece of wood. Miyagi goes and saves him, and then all of a sudden, Sato's now a good guy.
Forgive me.
Which means they never fight! So we never get to see their big battle. Sato finally stops being a dick to everybody, and the movie ends happily at the big dance. Except wait! Here comes our boy Chosen, and he is pissed. The kind of pissed where he doesn't mind punching a woman right in the face. Well! He's like the Okinawan Chris Brown. It really sucks that we don't get to see Miyagi and Sato throw down. But this fight between Daniel and Chosen is no joke. Honestly, I think it's one of the best 80s fights of all time. I mean, Chosen does what Johnny couldn't do, and that's stop the crane kick. And he got a shot off on Miyagi. He's a real hero of this movie. Well, looks like the tape's done rewinding. And right on time too, because I'm pretty sure Chosen wants me to try and break all 3 blocks of ice.
Wrong! Or 6. Oh.